Stephen, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello there. You in Texas?
Yes, sir.
How's the weather?
It's great.
Excellent. Time to go fishing?
Yes, it is.
Sure. Who can answer a question for you tonight?
Well, I think it may be a combination of both. I just built a pond. It's a pretty small pond. It's about a little less than an acre, but it's about anywhere from 10 to 15 feet deep across the sides of it. And we built it back in November, and I'm just now getting ready to stock it with some type of feeder fish before I put my catfish and bass or whatever combination I can in there, and was just kind of wondering what I need to put in.
Well, all right.
I'll be glad to tackle that one.
Certainly.
Stephen, what are your goals? I mean, in 3 years, in your mind's eye, what do you see for your pond? You're out there with the kids and you're fishing. What's going on? How's a good day?
Want to be able to catch some fish and have a place close by where I can do that.
Peace and quiet.
Peace and quiet. I love that idea. What a concept. Stock 3 or 4 pounds of fathead minnows per surface acre in the beginning. And see what you say. It's a little bit less than an acre. Is that what you said?
It's about 0.86.
Let's round that up to an acre.
Dig a little deeper.
Yeah, if it's yours, it's 0.86. If it's mine, it's an acre. Stock it as though it's about an acre. On the catfish numbers, you get to pick. Catfish are a put-and-take fish. You put them in, you grow them up, you take some out, you stock more later. That's the way they work. And whether you choose to feed them or not determines the number. You can probably put in 100 and not worry about them, and they're going to grow fine. You can stock a couple hundred if you're going to manage a little bit, and if you want to feed them and start catching them when they're 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds, stock 300 or 400 if you want. But don't stock more than you'd use. On the bluegill sunfish, that's your main forage fish for largemouth bass. You can stock up to 1,000 of those in there, depending on how big a hurry you were in to grow big bass. Now, keep in mind, a pond that's an acre, when you're doing it the natural way, like what you're talking about, will support maybe 50 or 60 pounds of largemouth bass in an acre of water managing this way. So one of the things you're going to have to pay close attention to is that you don't over-harvest your bass at some point. The bass are going to be the predator that controls the numbers of everything else, and you're going to be the one that controls the number of the predators by how many fish you take out and how many you leave in. So that's the way I would do it. Maybe up to 1,000 bluegill, 100, 200 catfish based on what you're going to use. Stock no more than 50 to 75 bass 6 months after you've stocked your bait fish.
Excellent answer. I could not have phrased it any better myself. Yes, Ray.
I've got a tip. You know, a lot of people don't know how big an acre. Most folks are city people.
I was just going to ask you that.
You probably don't have any idea how big an acre is.
Tell him.
Well, why don't you allow me
I know.
You know the answer?
Only because I was in the meeting.
Well, okay, that's right. You heard the briefing. Well, an acre is a football field, 99%.
If you're looking at it.
Well,
if you're running on the football field,
it's
though.
about
80 acres.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. You play football, it seems like 80, but really it's about an acre.
That's right.
The other thing I'd like to share with the people, because I know everybody's interested in this, some people call them, these small waters, ponds. Some people call them lakes. The difference in the ponds and lakes, and you know this, of course, Bob, you invented it. The difference is, if you're selling it, it's a lake.
Absolutely.
If you are buying it, it's a pond.
That's right.
Yeah, well, to know that, don't you think?
I'm with you.
Ponds go for about $5 a square foot, whereas lakes, I think, are up to 10 or 12 now.
Yeah, that's right. Especially in your backyard.
Yeah, exactly.